Hey guys, I'm back. Hooray! I really thought I was going to have to cancel it tonight, but I'm able to make it. Thank you for waiting, Margaret, and thanks to Rose. I really hope that you guys didn't find that too painful, and hopefully wherever you are, you have heating and power so that while you're waiting, you're able to stay warm and get yourself a drink or something like that. I'm so sorry, but anyway, it is what it is, right? Lots of things to show you. Following on from the live that I did, an unexpected surprise live yesterday afternoon. I was going to make a video and I was going to record it, and then I thought, you know what, I think maybe I'll just go live like a Friday night but on a Thursday afternoon. So I hope some of you were able to catch that. Yes, we have lights and I have the heater on, it's warming up. It was really cold. I was thinking I was just going to have to, you know, go get under a blanket in the dark, which is a bit miserable, isn't it? Very glad, very thankful for electricity. You take it for granted until you don't have it, and then you go, oh, we really need that. Yes, you can see me. Hooray. That's really good. Yes, I'm back. Thanks for waiting, Jean. Gosh, what time is it where you are? That's a bit crazy, isn't it? Must be in the wee hours in there somewhere. All right. So let's switch over to the desk. I'm going to get started really quickly tonight because I know you guys have been waiting for a while and I don't want to chit chat too much at the start, although I know that the chit chat is the fun stuff, but hopefully you've been able to chit chat to each other and you've made it back onto the new videos, so that's really good. Thank you. Only 5 degrees, Trudy. That's cold. Very cold. It's a bit warmer than that here. I'm not sure how warm it is here. I think it's maybe, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9, something like that. I actually don't know. I probably should have checked that, but anyway, doesn't matter. Let's switch over to the desk, and ta-da! And I'll just get this so it's straight. I don't like my desk not being straight on in the photograph. There we go. That's better. Welcome to the mini catalog, guys. It started today. Hooray. You'd like some about, yes, I would like some about your warm weather. 3 a.m. Oh, goodness, Jean. How do you do those late nights? Do you sleep all day? How does that work? Yeah, we're supposed to, Megan, we're supposed to be getting a month's worth of rain. Well, Sydney is supposed to be getting a month's worth of rain in one day tomorrow. No. Let me see. I'm just popping on to, oh, can you see me? Can you see me again? So yes, the power's gone again. I'm hotspotting back to my phone, so the computer is still working. But let me. Oh, you know what? I went and put the lantern back. Now I need the lantern. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, here it comes again. Oh gosh, I can't keep up. Power then no power. Power then no power. Can you guys still? You can still hear me? It's a bit dull. Well, yeah, because the lights went out. The only light we had was from my computer screen. That's why. Hi. Yeah. Well, maybe I should make this a really quick session. Hey, what do you think? New catalog is out. The big thing you need to know is it's also celebration right now. So if, I'm surprised we didn't get cut off when because the internet went. So I hotspotted to the phone as fast as I could and it kept the connection. So that's really cool. So I'm going to be using a couple of little things. Let me see how we go. I'm just going to be quick and easy tonight, I think. The first thing I wanted to play with was this window wishes set. Now, I am a big fan of window cards. Window cards to me are just fantastic, and I made one today. Some of you may have seen it on my desk. Here it is, little window card. Can you see it with the red glittery window border, the frame, and that's from this beautiful sparkly paper. This is 6x6 sparkle red, and there's also white sparkly paper. Isn't that nice? Yeah, go with the flow. Exactly. What else can we do, right? On, off, on, off. All right, so this is a window card in that there's just a big hole in the front of my card, and then I've got a little scene here in the background. when I made this was my first attempt at this card, and I'm going to do it again tonight with a couple of improvements. Okay, so the cat, yes, you mean this one here? That's a super cute. People who like cats and dogs have had some really good feedback on this one. People really like it. So there's a puppy dog sending the cat to the North Pole, which I thought was kind of cute. Poor cat. Happy gift wrapping season. You've been good this year mostly. And then we've got a pussycat looking a little fishy. The fish looks a bit worried, as well he should. And on the other page, we've got this beautiful window, which is set. All right, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So I did see a couple of things wrong with this card. One of the things that's wrong with it, let me bring it up, was I did the hill, which is this sort of roundish shape here, was meant to be, the house is meant to be sort of sitting on top there, but because I made the hill too dark, I did it in smoky slate. And even though I stamped it off, it was still too dark. I should have done it in white, probably. Sorry, in non-white, in Pool Party, like just to have a hint of a hill, so that it gave me a reference point. And then I could also mask that off, and we might do that tonight. So I might get my masking paper out and see if we can get that to look like actual snow. I did also, I stamped off this is Pacific Point stamped off, and the roof is the new Sweet Sorbet stamped off. But then when I put the glittery thing on, not that it really matters, it still works, but this is actually real red. And so you could certainly go with a real red roof, and I thought I might do that tonight. So there's a couple of things I would do differently to the way I did this. The other thing, you could step this card up really, really easily. I didn't do it in this case, but you could put a layer of acetate here behind this glittery bit, like stick the acetate onto the back and make it so it's an actual, like an actual acetate window that you look through and have the scene stamped inside. However, no, it doesn't have a window sheet, Donna. I've just done it like you know, you put your fingers through. So it doesn't, but you certainly could add a window sheet, and that would sort of step it up another level. And if you wanted to, you could actually put the window sheet on the back of this frame and then attach this with our foam strips and turn it into a shaker card. That would be actually quite easy to do. So I may do that at some point, do a similar card to this, but with a shaker card. But this is just a really simple version. Yeah, you could do Tahitian Tide instead of Pool Party. Certainly. That would be a nice way to go. I mean, I thought about a few different colours that would work with this. I've actually sponged. You can see, I don't know if you can see it here. I've sponged with Pool Party over the whole piece. Bring it down so you can see it better. And dots of snow paint on the tree would be really, really nice, although we're going to look at that in a minute because I want to show you some cool things with a different set and that if we have time. So anyway, let's get to it and make this. I was attracted to this whole suite because I love a window, absolutely love windows, and I love little houses. And this has got both. So for me, this is one of the first sets that really grabbed my eye, and I went, oh yeah, I'd like to have that because that makes really unique cards. You can do a lot of cool things with windows and houses. And I've done in the past, a few years ago, I did a diorama card that had houses in the back piece that you look through the window at the houses, and you could certainly do that with these as well. And there are house dies as well as house stamps. So the stamp set, you can see the roof is separate to the rest of the house, and then there's also separate trees. And I use this little, the tree with no leaves, and I also use some of the pines. But let's have a look at the dies. So I was going to go through more of the catalogue tonight with you, but given that we've started late, and, you know, it is a nice scene, isn't it? I really, really like it. This also is like this one here cuts out this stamp here to put over the top of your window, which is a really nice idea. It reminds me actually of my mother-in-law's house, my husband's mum. When we went to their house, the first time I was there in the Christmas season, we arrived on Boxing Day, and it snowed that day, the day I arrived. So, and you know, coming from Australia, I get all excited about snow. They don't get so excited because they've got to shovel it, but I was excited, and I remember on the first morning I got up, actually, I think we arrived on Boxing Day, and then the following morning I got up. There was no snow on Boxing Day, and the next morning I got up and they watched the Weather Channel because weather's a big deal over there because you have blizzards and stuff like that, right? So they had the Weather Channel on, and they said on the news that in my husband's town there was a 100% chance that it would snow at 3 p.m. And sure enough, at about 2:57, down came the snow. You could use the snow effects. That would be really nice with this. But she actually has a, like a window that she drapes kind of foliage over and decorates the window all Christmassy. And then you look out and you've got, you know, all the snow outside. And it looks, this reminds me of that. It looks a lot like this. There is also like little, this cuts out the flames on the tops of your candles. This cuts out the wreath here. It's a nice wreath too. I try not to buy too many wreaths because we often have a lot of wreath cards, but I like having a little bit of wreath here and there. There's a nice Merry Wishes for lots of joy at Christmas, which is the one I used on my card, this one here. Peace from our hearts to yours. And from our hearts to yours is kind of curved, so that would look quite nice just over the top of the window there. So there we go. Hi, Susan. I'm so sorry I haven't said hello to everybody tonight, but given that I was a little bit panicked when I got here, because sitting in the dark kind of does weird things to your brain, right? That's what happens when you have a power outage. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm playing with tonight. And let's make this pretty simple little card, really. I'm just starting with a piece of basic white thick cardstock. And it's really only one layer, this card. It's very, very simple. If you didn't want to add the glittery frame, you don't have to. But, of course, you know, it's glittery, so I wanted to. And you can see that was something I added on at the end. And I actually think the card looks really nice with that red frame. But you could also add a white frame. That would be nice too. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my Big Shot in. Sorry, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring my cut and emboss machine in. Old habits die hard. And this is the window, the inside piece that I'm cutting my window shape with. All right, so it's going to go right about here. And I just need to make sure that I don't want it down too low because I want to have room at the bottom for my sentiment. And I don't want it up too high because I've got to have the frame that goes around it. So let's bring in the cut and emboss machine. And I will zoom out a little bit so that you're not too close, because that's what happens when we bring in the machine. And I've got to use the big machine, not because the dies won't fit through the little one, but because for me to put this through, I need to open this up and put it through this way. So let me zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. Give me a second. Just going to pull it out a little bit. Can you see that okay? All right. Oh, now it's crooked again. We don't like it crooked. Oh, I don't like it crooked. Ah, crooked is bad. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. All right. So I'm going to bring these through. So I've got my platform underneath and my cutting plate, my first cutting plate number 2, and then I have a second cutting plate somewhere. I'll find that in a moment. But I need to flatten out my card and put it like this, because if you put it through like this, you're going to cut through 2 layers, and we only want to cut through the front, not the back. All right, so you need to open it up and make sure that we've got this in the right position. So if you're worried about the positioning, I mean, if you have a magnetic plate, some people bought the new magnetic plate that we had that has now been removed from sale. You can certainly use that still if you want to, or you may have an old magnetic plate, or you may have Post-it notes. Okay, now Post-it notes work really, really well for this sort of thing. Let me grab one. I'm just going to use a Post-it note, pull that off, and just put this down. Now the Post-it note is thin enough, it will hold it in place, but it's thin enough that the machine doesn't struggle to cut through that extra layer. It's fine. So let me grab my top plate. and pop that on. And I'm just going to wheel that through. You know what I did too initially, Sean? I didn't notice it either, but yeah, I can see it has a lot of possibilities. And like I said, I'm a sucker for windows. So, all right. So when you pull this out, those little windows at the these little top windows here, they've just fell out immediately and just came straight out like that. Isn't that cool? I think it's a really nice little effect. And you've got a bit of paper left over that you can use for something else. All right. Now, while we've got this here, let's cut our frame at the same time. Might as well, rather than bringing it in and out. So the frame is like a separate piece. It cuts the frame, the inside and the outside of the frame, which is good. It means there's only one pass to go through the machine. And I'm going to cut it out of the red glimmer because I really, really like the red glimmer. It's beautiful. And these are the only bits that need die cutting. This is the only die cutting you need to do. Ooh, crack, crack. Don't ever worry about that noise. That means the machine is doing its job. All right, so you can see it's cut that out. And we've got a centerpiece that we can, cut other things out of. Don't waste that. And then you've also got your frame. Oh, there we go. Just like that. So you can see it just cut straight out of that. I'm just going to move this back out. Okay. The house from Rings of Nature would fit. Oh, it would. I didn't think of that, but you're right. It would fit with that. I think actually quite a few things are going to fit with this. It's very versatile in that you can plop a lot of things in there. Just pop this straight back in. And then this little window as well. And you can see we've got a little car here. We've got little bows, we've got the roofs, we've got the trees. Very, very cute. Super, super cute. Right, so now I have this little guy. I'm going to put him on at the end. Now, in this card, I actually put that on dimensionals. So it's, if you look, you can actually see the dimensionals under there. Can you kind of see those? If you don't want to be able to see those, you certainly could put it on flat. And I might put it on flat this time. I don't think it will make a huge amount of difference to the way our card looks. So, all right. Now, something else that I got out before we started is I got a pencil. And very, very lightly, I'm going to draw around the inside of my frame. Very lightly. Just so I know where the frame goes. So when I'm doing my stamping, and then I can rub this out later with the end here. Right, but now I have a reference point where the window is. Okay, so I think that, yeah, a good idea. Trace it and see what else fits. Yeah. Or you know what else you can do? You could actually take this, because all your stuff is actual size, right? You could take this window, if you have the window, cut it out of a piece of paper and then start putting it over things and seeing what will fit, Nope, that's too big. What will fit? This seal will fit. Why would we want to have a seal in a window? I don't know, but you might, right? We've got some little trees here that would fit. So yeah, you can, this couple hugging, they would fit. So yeah, you can certainly cut it out if you've already got the shape. If you don't, you can trace it if it's actual size. Is it actual size in the catalogue? I don't know. The dies, see, these dies are actual size. There it is. It's page 36 for anyone who's looking for it. So, you can see that all these things, these are actual size, and these are all going to fit in my window, which you'd expect because they're part of the same set, right? So, but, the pussycat, would he fit? Not really. Only just. But yeah, you could have a lot of fun once you cut a shape out to see whether, and the dies, you don't get to see those actual size. Okay, these are just in miniature down the bottom here. Anyway, it's a cute set. Really, really cute. Oh, how much is it? Let's have a look. The stamp set is $39. The dies are $60. So that would be 99, except it's a 10% off because it's a bundle, so it's $89. Okay, so just to give you an idea. So who else loves windows? Is it just me? I think I saw someone else say they liked windows before. All right, so we've got this shape here, and then we've got to work out where everything goes. So let me just go in here. I'm going to start. So this is the curved shape that does the hill, and you can see I kind of just had the hill going here, but it's too dark. So I'm actually going to do it this time in Pool Party. I may even come in. We may even cut a piece of paper. And you'll see what I mean, like masking paper. All right, Pool Party. Here we go. You do like them, windows? Yep, I do too. Oh, thanks for sharing, guys. That's very, very helpful. All right, I'm going to actually stamp it off because I don't want it to be too dark. And I'm going to just have it here. So it's lighter than the smoky slate was. It might still be too dark. And I'm going to actually, this piece here would be perfect for this. Let me see. We have got ourselves some masking paper. For those of you who didn't know we had this is in our annual catalogue. Love the masking paper. One side, if you turn it over here, one side has like a cut in the back to make it easy to peel. Okay. So what we can do here, not that it really matters, but let's do one and see. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I've just done it a little bit over that piece. I'm grabbing my scissors. Oh, hang on, I can't see all your comments because it's hiding behind the Wi-Fi thingy on my computer. Which one did you order? The tree rings. Don't have that one yet. Don't have it. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting right on this line. Right, so then I'm going to use that join, which helps me peel. I just realized I think I peeled off the wrong side. You know what? It's not going to matter. I'm just going to do this anyway. Because all I want to do is get it to follow this line. Just like that. Because I'm going to start with the Pool Party ink. And I've got a blending brush here. I'm going to pick up some Pool Party ink and I'm just going to sponge sort of just a little bit bigger than that rectangle. A bit bigger than the window. And you can see I'm going over onto the masking paper here. Using my rectangle as a guide, roughly, sort of just to keep to that shape, right? And see, we've got our bit of masking paper here. So now when I peel that off, and you may find you want to use like a little tool, like a pokey tool, or take your pick tool in this case. And now it's sort of, it's going to look now like I have a snowy kind of a, even though I know we don't do snow here, when else are we going to use these kind of cards, right? Anyway. All right, so I'm going to grab, this is the house. Get a smallish block. This is just B block. And this time I'm going to grab, now, this will be interesting. On page 79, Jean, let me have a look. I don't think I've had a look at that yet. All right, so I'm going to do this here. I have got a mat, and we want to have a mat when we're using more solid stamps. We want to have a mat underneath, but I'm going to stamp it off first because it is quite dark. All right. And now that it's stamped off, I'm going to put my house. I want it kind of just inside the window here on the left-hand side and down on the hill a little bit. Just like that. I think I might just put my house on slightly crooked, but oh well. I think I've had a crooked kind of an evening. Now I've got the, or is this going to be big enough? No, I need another small block. I have to use that same size. So I'll just clean that one. Put that back in. And this time I'm going to pick up. Now, like I said, I use sweet sorbet on the original roof. This time I'm going to use real red, mainly because I'm working with real red glitter. I didn't know I was going to work with real red glitter. I'm going to stamp it off. And then I'm going to add my house roof. It's adorable. Isn't that cute? So cute. All right. Now we've got two little trees, and I did those in garden green, and then the tree with no leaves I did with memento with black. You could also use, maybe instead of memento, you could also use, say, basic grey. That might be a little softer. Maybe I'll try that this time. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think basic grey might be a nice touch. You don't have to stamp it off either. And we're going to put it right next to the house, so some of the leaves are kind of over the top of the roof. Like that. So you're only going to kind of see part of the tree when you're through the window. You'll see the rest when you open it up. And then we've got our little pine trees. So those are in garden green. The house has foundational issues? Yes, I think you're right. Now the garden green is quite strong, so I stamped that off as well. I didn't want them quite that dark. And I put the two trees sort of down here in the bottom corner. There we go. Now we've got ourselves a little scene. Can you see that? Kind of cute. And you can write at the top, or you could write at the, I probably would write at the bottom, or you could even write on the inside here, because we want to see the house through there, yeah? So you can see this is actually a super easy card, and it looks really special because window cards always look special. The snow piled against the house, of course, Subu. You are correct. That's what it is. I'm going to just put this on with Tombow tonight rather than worrying with dimensionals. But if you like that up on dimensionals, you certainly can do that. But I'm just going to use my multi-purpose glue. So let's pop that on. Alright, so I'm going to hold this, pop it right here so it's centered. The good thing about the multi-purpose is you can kind of push it into position before it dries. And like I said, you could easily include like an acetate window, put the acetate in under this frame, or you could even have it here on the back. But if you want to hide the edges of the acetate, put the acetate piece underneath the glimmer piece before you sandwich it down. So that would be another option. You'd have to glue them together individually, but that would look really nice. There we go. I don't know which one is my favorite. We need it. We need a sentiment. This one says for lots of joy at Christmas. Maybe we'll do that again. I think that's rather nice. And I use Pacific Point. Usually if I'm going to add a greeting, I look to see, okay, what colours are in my card. Now I've already got red for the roof and red for the glimmer. The grey, we could certainly use the sentiment in grey. We could use the sentiment in the green too, but I've gone with the blue. It is super cute and easy. Did you see how easy that was? That's the thing. I think a lot of people think maybe card making is complicated, but really it's not. And my job here is to try and bring you guys lots of inspiration and lots of ideas, okay? And that is my plan. And I think now we could add some snow to this. You know, the puff paint is out. Did everyone see puff paint is back in this catalogue? So so that's pretty cool. And you just apply it and then heat it and it puffs up. Heaps of fun. We had it a couple of years ago and I'm really glad they brought it back. I'm not going to use it on this card, but I might use it on the next one. So there we go. So this one, what do you think? Do we like the color a little bit stronger or do we like it more stamped off? Like here, this one I stamped it off a little longer, which is why it's yeah, easy and effective. Exactly right. Okay, we like that. All right, so those are my first card tonight. And we managed to get through most of that without another power outage. So there we go. All right, let me quickly clean these stamps up. The stronger blue, you think so, Deb? All right, so does everyone understand what celebration is? Does anyone need an explanation? Because celebration started today as well. For anyone who has been either living under a rock or has not been around for, you know, in previous times, celebration used to always be something they did once a year. Now they've been trying it twice a year to see whether people like that, if that's something they want us to keep. I don't know whether they're going to keep it or not, but it's kind of, I think, a bit of a trial. But I love it because it means every $90 you spend, and demonstrators as well, so whether you're a demonstrator or a customer, every $90 you spend, you get something for free. And there are level 1 items, which are the ones that, this is the celebration catalogue. So if you spend $90 out of any of the catalogues, doesn't have to be the Christmas catalogue, then you get to pick stuff out of here for free. All right, so when you turn to this little explanation there at the front, so for example, this hippo set, spend $90 and it's free. All right, here in Australia. Cute little hippos. They're called hippos, and they're like dancing, got tutus and stuff. They're kind of fun. And then over here, you've got the matching dies. Spend $90 and get those for free. Now, I have to say, if you're planning on doing lots of fun things with the hippos and you want to cut them out, you can elect to cut them out by hand. But if you have these, I think it's a real bonus to have the dies that match. There's buckets, there's a little boat thing, there's an umbrella, you can put goggles and a snorkel and glasses on them. So heaps of fun little like extra accessories for your hippos. So if you're getting these, of course, you're probably going to want these now, right? Well, Jean, I'm so sorry to tell you, but that was probably their plan. That's their evil, cunning plan, don't you think? Yeah, you like the hippos, Jenny? I knew you would. I don't know if I want to know the answer to that question, Jenny, but you're going to tell us, aren't you? All right, now there is also in here some level 2 things. All right, so this is spend $90, but as you look through, you're going to see $90, $90. Up towards the back here, this one is $90, all right, but up towards the back, you start to see some things that are extra. So this is $180. So if you wanted this really cool set with all the words like woohoo, amazing, and lots of other little sentiments, that's a more expensive one. And so that one you get if you're spending $180. So if you were spending $180, you can get 2 of any of these $90 ones, or you can get 1 of the higher level, the level 2 ones. And there's also this one. Now, I'm going to show you this in a minute. This is the other thing I'm playing with tonight. This is called the Tree Lot dies. Love these. Okay, who's got them? They are so, so good. Loving them. Ah, ha, ha. That's very funny, Jody. All right, so it's got the cute little camper van. Super, super gorgeous. Love it. I did a card with it the other day. I've got another one I'm going to show you tonight. So this one I just did with 3 little trees. Now you're thinking, hang on a second, it's just dies. Where's the stamp set? The stamp set is in the other catalogue. Okay, so the stamp set is in the Christmas catalogue, and which I just had and just put somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is on the floor. Goodness me. Here I am throwing things around again, Cherie. All right, so let's find them. They're called Trees for Sale, and there is a stamp. Here they are. This one here. Okay, so this stamp set, there's some really nice little, and I have to say I was inspired for my card that I made by these colors. I liked even though a little bit of a different arrangement. You see there's a pink tree and there's a a bluey green tree, and then there's some parakeet party little green bits and pieces. So I did a parakeet party tree, and then I did one in Coastal Cabana, and then one in Polish Pink. And I really like this. I thought that the colouring was really nice. So, and then I've got my sponged pool party in the background like I often do. And I've also done a couple of other things on here. Don't know if you can see, but these little silver gems are from the festive pearls, which are these ones. They've got red, soft succulent, silver and gold. And I've put some of the silver ones on here. And then you can't see them very well, and there's a reason why, because I was still learning how to do it. But on here, you might be able to see I've got some other little pearls, and those are not actually pearls. Those are these. These are called the Pearlized Enamel Effects. Super cute, guys. I'm so excited about these. I'm so excited that I decided that my technique class this month here in the studio is going to be using these. All right, so they're $27 for a packet of them, and I'm offering for anyone who's coming to class this month. It's the 13th of July. There's a morning one or an evening one, and if you're planning to come, most of my technique classes are $25, but I'm going to say you can do the class for $25, or if you would like me to include this pack of 3 red, black and pearl or white pearlized effects, if you would like those included, I will do the whole lot for $40. So that's actually the better deal. If you're thinking that you'd like to come and you would like these, get them as part of the class, because it's actually going to make it a cheaper class for you. All right, so that's what we're doing. That's very cute, Michelle, that you said that about Jody. Tree lot was your first pick. Well, the other thing is, it's really cool, right? Because it has matching dies in the celebration catalog. So you could get these. These are $39, and a few other bits and pieces. Get it up to $90. Up to $180, and then you can get these dies for free. All right, so these are really, really cute. All right, let me give all these bits and pieces away because I want to show them to you. They are so gorgeous. And I want to show you the little, what is it called? Caravan. Okay, super cute. Right, so let's move all these bits and pieces out of the way. So we're playing with a few different things tonight. It's always fun to play with some different things. Oh, I have a cat under my feet, which means somebody's wanting to be fed, which means the kids haven't fed them. Now, this seems to happen on a regular basis. My husband gets cross and he says, do you really even want these cats? Because you don't feed them. No, they wait for me to feed them. Well, the thing is, the cats know, too, that I'm mummy and I'm the one who's doing the feeding. So, therefore, they come to me to be fed. Does anybody else have that issue? They always approach one person because they know I'm the soft touch around here. All right, just popping these away. So I've actually gone ahead and cut some of the pieces for my card tonight already because I was trying to be organised earlier today, and if I hadn't had a blackout, I would have been super organised for you guys tonight. All right, here are the trees for sale dies. You could even got a little sign that says trees for sale, and there's a little puppy dog, and there's little footprints look like they're going off in the snow. Can you see them? Little doggy footprints. Super, super cute. And then you've got your 3 different size trees, and these are the detail for the trees. So I've actually got 2 out of the 3 different ones here, and you can see I've done the detail in the darker color. And oh, I need to come back in. That's what the problem is. I'm thinking, why is this so hard to see? There we go. Now I've got to straighten it up again. Ta-da. Yes, exactly. It is a mum's lot. I know, right? So these are really cute. Really like them. And you can see I've used the Christmas greetings from here as well. And they've got like little stars and like snow. And then this is like you can put one of these posts at each end and then string your lights up in between. They're really cute. But there's also dies that do some of these things. So let's look at the dies. The dies are fantastic. All right, these are the... Oh, it could be. That could be used. I didn't think of that, Jenny. That's a nice idea. So here are the tree lot dies. All right, so these are called They are called Tree Lot. Is that right? Yeah, Tree Lot dies. And you've got, look at the caravan. Look how cute it is. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you can give it a retro look. You know, I would make this sort of like a wooden kind of a thing. Here's your string of lights. You've got your detailed trees. You've got little puppy dog that cuts out the stamp. And then you've got 3, actually. I think I've forgotten. There's one because it's over on the table, but there's an extra tree there. So this is missing the biggest tree of the 3 trees. But that's okay. Right. Super, super cute. Love them. Oh, there it is. It was there all the time. Right, let's pop that in. All right. Right, so I kind of was fooling around with this a little earlier, like I said, and I've already cut out some trees. Now this paper, I don't know if you can see this. This is like flocked, so it feels like velvet. Really, really cute paper. It's I'll just show it to you. Oh, this is part of it as well. Look how nice that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the colors. It's iridescent. I know that caravan is super cute, you guys. So many fun things to show you. So you can see there's your iridescent snowflakes there. And there's 2 sheets of each one. So they're flocked ones. So these feel like velvet. There's your flocked snowflakey ones again. And then there's also a couple of sheets, which I've already pulled out, that are like snow. Hang on. There you go. That's an iridescent kind of a snow one, which is nice. Once again, it's got like all those colours in it. I know, isn't it beautiful? And where did I put it? I've been chopping this one up. This is the other one, and it's like velvet again. So you've got some that are iridescent and some that are velvet. Same designs, but in each of the different finishes, which I think is really nice. So, and in this packet, you get 6 sheets, okay, just so you know. And they're called the Snowflake 12 by 12 Specialty Vellum. I would think that 6 sheets is pretty good, because this is the sort of paper you don't use it in huge quantities. You don't use it, you know, in great big pieces usually. You would use it, I think, in small amounts because it's so special. So you can see I cut a stitch rectangle out of this, and there it is. And I'm going to use this. Oh, look, I've got something on there. Give me a second. Right, so I was thinking about using this here behind my trees. I thought this would be kind of pretty and very simple to do, actually. I'm just deciding how I would want these to sit. I've got 2 large ones and a small one. Of course, you can have them in any quantity of, or any kind of sizing you would like. I like the colors of these. So it's Coastal Cabana, and that one in the middle, stamped off for the background, and then the details done in straight Coastal Cabana. And then the pink is polished pink, stamped off and full strength. All right, so, all right, I'm going to pop these. So I've already done my, I'm cheating a little bit, I've already done my stamping ahead of time and then cut out with the dies. But it gives you the idea anyway. So I'm actually going to put this straight on, flat. Oh, there you go, Donna. That's good if you've got one already. I'm just going to bring that down a little bit. And then this one is going to go, actually, will I put it on dimensionals? I think I will. The answer is usually yes if I ask that question, by the way. Pop 2 dimensionals behind here. Well, we also have, and you probably know this, there's also some celebration paper, which is silver and gold dots and stripes, and that's a 6x6 paper, but that's really nice as well. So let me add a couple more dimensionals here. So I've already done my stamping in advance, which I know is kind of cheating, but it still looks really cute, right? All right, so I'm deciding, do I glue dot this, or yeah, I think I will. You could also use dimensionals, but you'd have to keep your dimensionals behind the trees, but you could do that. Just going to use, you can put your glue dots on however you like, but I'm just going to kind of position them behind the some of the larger flock dots. This one's behind the tree. This one here. And I might see if I can find a dot, a biggish dot that I can stick that one there behind. Right, so I'm going to pop this now right in the center here, and I'm putting it up a little bit so I've got room at the bottom to put a greeting. All right, so it's looking like this. It's kind of cute, right? And it feels nice because it's got that lovely velvet flocking to it. Now, earlier I also cut, if I can find them, if I can't, I can always cut more, but I also cut a string of lights, and I just need to find where they went. And I did those in Bermuda Bay, but they might be another Linda moment. Oh, while I'm looking for those, here's another card I made today. I think this is a really nice card. Some of you may have seen it on my but that's with that Boughs of Holly set, which I really, really like. Oh, they fell on the floor. Found them. Who's enabling who? Yeah, sorry. You guys watch knowing this could happen, right? All right, so I'm thinking about putting these. I don't know. What do you think? Do we think we like the lights? Maybe we like them, but behind. Now, as you can see, they don't go all the way across. So we're going to kind of fake that, and I'm going to put it kind of so it lines up. So I'm going to actually cut it, and we're going to make the join sort of here in the middle, because that's going to go, I'm thinking maybe behind the trees. And then this one is going to go kind of here, and that way the join is behind the tree there. So we can do that. So let me, and I'm thinking rather than Tombow, which will take a little while to dry, I'm going to use Seal. I should be using my silicone mat, never mind. And I'm going to put those on top. So the join now is going to be behind the trees. And then I'm also going to cut off this end in line with this. All right, so let's put that together and stick it on. Oh, don't worry. I'm planning on putting bling on the lights, you girls. Who do you think I am? Really? Come on. Of course there's bling on the lights. And probably bling on the trees as well. What do you think? Can't have too much bling, right? All right, so we're going to have this going down behind here. There we go. Just going to snip that off again. It's a little bit too long. Like that. All right, so yes, we need bling on the lights. So there's a number of choices for bling, okay? We can have the bling that I showed you guys a moment ago with all the little, all those different colors. Here they are. And we could, not going to use red. It's not the right color. We could use soft succulent. That would work, but I think it'd be better off with, you know, silver probably. The other option we have, I think this is too red, but let me see. I could be wrong. Let's try it and see. Right, so this is the Pearlized Enamel Effects. And I don't know if you can see this. Look. Can you see them? So when you put it on, you just squeeze it on. Oh, it's a little bit blurry. You squeeze it on, and that almost looks like one of these. But that's liquid, okay? Now, I did time this the other day, how long it takes to dry. About, well, I left some for half an hour the other day, and by the time half an hour went by, they were touch dry. So as long as you could give it is great, but I think those are fantastic, right? There's a lot of different things you can do with these. So I'm deciding whether, is that too red? It might be too red for this card. We could either add the white ones, which are just like little pearls, or we could add some of the silver. What do we think? You guys are funny. Do you know they go perfectly round anyway? I've noticed that these go, you know, like they start out looking like little Hershey Kisses with a little top notch, and within seconds they go down. But something you can do if you are concerned about that is flick the back. If you flick the back of the paper, they immediately go round. Okay, so that's something you can do. The other thing, though, is you can just leave them and they will go round. Right, and you can use them in the center of flowers. You can use them on their own as little embellishments. You can do a whole bunch of things with them, which is why I'm running a class with them this month, because there's a whole bunch of nice, cool finishes you can do. So what are people saying? Enamel or silver? Let me go back and see who was first. The first person. Silver. Joan, you were the first. So silver it is. All right. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool just to pick those up. I just find that helps a little easier to pop them on. The other thing is I could put them on the trees, but if we're going to put them up here, I probably don't need to do both. And you could, but I won't. Now these little blingy ones here, I think they're meant to be soft succulent, but they actually look, when you put them on a page, they look a bit like Pool Party too. You could probably get away with mint macaron as well, so they'll go with any of those. Let me get them all on there. There we go. That's really cute. Got our little lights there at the back. And we just need a greeting. Now, I think a small greeting down the front here. What have we got in the tree lot? We've got You Light Up the Season, which would be quite appropriate. I think, or Christmas greetings would be okay. So Very Merry might be a little bit big. Let's see what You Light Up the Season looks like. So if you're going to use the enamel, you just need to give it time to dry. Okay, now I did try heating it with a heat tool, and if you are going to use a heat tool to try and speed it up, it will. However, it's really easy to overdo it with the heat tool, and I was heating one of mine way too long and I popped it. I actually watched it go pop. So on that card I showed you before, these ones I used the heat tool on and they went kind of flat. They flattened down, which I would have been better off leaving them to dry. Okay, so heat tool is okay if you're very quick with it, just to speed it up, but don't do very long because otherwise they'll go flat like those ones. All right, let's see what this looks like here. Actually, I think it's going to work quite well. This is Bermuda Bay, so that's the color I'm going to use. So we have a couple of completely different cards tonight. You light up the season just there at the front. I could have put them in the middle too, but you know me, I like to offset things a little bit. This one I made like with the boughs of holly today, and those leaves at the back there are stamped in soft succulent, the solid leaf, and then the detail over the top is stamped in evening evergreen. So there we go. Yeah, you could put it on the inside. That would be a good idea too. I'd like that. I know the trees are really, really nice. I'm really liking them, but I think the star of the show, even though I haven't used it yet, is the caravan. How special is that? I can see why they're 180. They're a really good detailed die set, and there are 24 dies, so it's a decent size. I like these little detailed trees. They're really nice. They'd be nice in sparkly paper over the top of something else. Really, really cute. What do we think? Do we like them? The other thing is, I did think with this card here, you could also go around with these little tiny sparkles, those little guys there, and do a little bit of sparkliness around the top. That might look good. That would look good. All right, so there you go. We've done 2 cards, and we didn't even take too much time on top of all the extra time that I spent fiddling around in the dark earlier. Goodness me. All right, so the 2 cards we made tonight, let me grab them out. This one and this one. What do we think? Do we like them? So there we go. All right, 2 more beautiful cards. I'm thinking about doing something. So first of all, for anyone who's interested, next week sometime, I'm not sure which day yet, but I will have more of an idea on Sunday night maybe. I will be announcing the registrations are open for my next online class. We are using the Boughs of Holly suite, which is the one this is not one of the cards from the class, but that's the suite that I'm using, this one here. And I did another card some of you may have seen yesterday when I did my live, and we had another card in there with that suite as well. So lots and lots of beautiful things coming. So nice. I am playing around with an idea to make Christmas cards together via Zoom, and I'm thinking that might be a really fun thing to do. So stay tuned while I work out the details of that. But I thought that might be a really cool thing to do. Well, we made it without any more blackouts. Hooray! Oh, Donna's asking a question. You're very welcome, Jenny. Why are some stamps made of rubber and some photopolymer? I think it's just to give crafters a choice. There are some people who are die-hard rubber stampers and they really love the rubber stamps. And there are some people who love the photopolymer stamps. Each has their advantage. If I had to pick, I'm actually sentimentally, I think I'm a rubber stamp girl. I really do like the rubber ones. I think you get better detail and they last longer as well. But I see the advantages of the photopolymer with being able to see where you're going. Makes it very easy to stamp. Yeah, but then again, I have a long-term love of rubber stamps. So yeah, I don't know, will they ever get rid of rubber stamps? Once upon a time, I would have said they would never get rid of wooden stamps. And hey, here we are. No more wooden stamps. But I don't see them getting rid of rubber. Yeah, there's a lot more detail in a rubber stamp. Definitely you can get more detail than you can with the photopolymer. Although they've got pretty good with the photopolymer these days. Much, much better than it used to be, right? Yeah. All right. I'm going to say bye. I'll see you guys on Sunday night. I'm hoping to nearly finish my crochet blanket for those of you who've been following along with the blanket story. I'm getting very close to the end, so I may even get it finished this weekend or sometime this week probably. And I hope whatever you are doing tomorrow that you enjoy your day, and I'll hopefully see you all on Sunday night. Okay, see you soon, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.